Hi, Hacks Recaps is here. Today, I'm going to explain a movie called begins with a scene in an elementary school, where a doctor arrives for a routine checkup on the students. On the other side, we are told this is now a modern world. The beauty standards have been changed here. People who were intelligent and heightened did not consider beauty to be attractive. People who are healthy and fluffy are considered beautiful and attractive. The people didn't even like to see the skinny ones. The school scene is again shown. The teacher used Zanpeng as an example because he had been the class fat boy for the previous 5 years. His weight was 100 kgs. The nurse was asking the kids to eat more like Zanpeng, so they can gain more weight. After school, Zanpeng's mother is shown. Everyone was appreciating the weight of Zanpeng and his mother, because they have more weight than others, and a lady here was worried because of her daughter's weight. She was slimmest in the school and it discovers none wants to marry skinny people in this modern age. On the other hand, Zanpeng likes her weight. He likes her as slim and says in front of everyone Tian Tian is slim but she looks beautiful. He was saying that she isn't like the others, who appear fatty and ugly. Zanpeng was also asking his mother about losing weight, because he feels the fatty ones aren't fit. He says to his mother, I am so fat that I can't do anything properly. I can't even stand properly. My feet start aching because of standing for a long time. He was saying don't like fat people like pigs. I want to be slim like birds and want to fly in the air like them. But his thinking was changed from the world and the society. That's why his mother was scolding him and doesn't give him permission to lose weight. She was asking him to eat more things. Zanpeng is again shown in the school the next day. He was playing on the ground and discovers the kids were bullying Tian Tian because she was thin. He saves Tian Tian but she wasn't happy with it, because she feels Zanpeng says this not out of sympathy but to make her feel degraded. As Zanpeng says, there is nothing like this, and I appreciate you clearing up her misunderstanding. Tian Tian slaps him for this. Many years passed in the movie, but still, the fatty ones are considered beautiful in the beauty standards. The actresses in the films and even the singers are also shown fat. Zanpeng has grown elder as a slim human. He runs a donut shop because he makes healthy donuts due to it. People can't gain weight so people don't buy his donuts. His mother was worried about Zanpeng and his shop as well. He doesn't gain weight, and no one buys his donuts. His mother is shown angry because he does against society. It doesn't matter to him what people are saying for him. His mother was asking him to add more sugar to donuts. Zanpeng refuses while saying we should make healthy products, not fattening. Zanpeng's girlfriend is shown and her name was Menko. She was thin like him and feels ugly. She has enrolled in fattening classes in order to gain weight. A lady was making them understand we should eat unhealthy meals. We can gain weight soon like this. Menko and her friend were bullied here in this class, because she has gained just 0.5 kgs in the last 3 months. Even the other students with her have gained 30 kgs in 3 months. The teacher says to Menko, none will accept you in the society if you will remain slim. Menko gets hurt because of it. Then they are shown in a restaurant. She was trying to eat more but how much a human can eat at a time. Menko becomes sick because of eating more. Zanpeng comes to meet her to the hospital. He says in front of everyone you look beautiful as slim. You don't need to be fat and Menko ignores him. It makes Menko depressed when the doctor says Menko has to use light food for a week. She can't eat anything to gain weight. She was still upset because of being slim. Zanpeng was compelling her to leave the fattening program, because she is becoming sick because of it. Menko refuses for doing this. Menko is again shown in the fattening program classes. The teacher was telling Menko and her friend are terminated, because the thin girls like her will ruin the reputation of their institute. The management doesn't need the thin girls to represent their institute. After all of this, Menko's friend committing suicide, because her fiancé has refused from marrying her, until she becomes fat and she comes in mid of a road hurriedly. The car was about to hit her but a handsome fat man has saved her. We discovered the man was the creator of the fattening program. The man again gives admission to them in their fattening program. He also scolds his worker who has terminated them from their program, because he believes this program is for skinny girls. They want to look beautiful after being fat and the boss was giving Menko his business card. He says you can call me at any time. Menko gets impressed by his kindness. Zanpeng comes to meet his friend Menko. Menko ignores him and was looking busy with her phone completely. Zanpeng was feeling his friend will leave him after gaining weight. Menko claims that nothing like this will ever happen again. The following scene depicts a party. That is a kind of advertisement of fattening program. They want to show their fat students to everyone as an example. Menko and her friend were working here as waitresses. Everyone was waiting for a superstar in the party. His name was Davy. Menko comes to her boss for serving a drink and her boss makes her meet with his friend, and says this girl will rise as a new talent. She will gain a lot of weight in the next 3 months. When they leave it reveals actually the idea to terminate them was also given by the boss. So the booze will become a hero while saving them when they will commit suicide. They burst out laughing like lunatics. They were making their fun while calling Menko and her friend chopsticks. The model has also arrived to the party for whom they were waiting for. It also reveals that she is Tan Tan, Zan Peng's classmate, whom they bullied while calling her ugly. That's why she decided to become fat. She hates Zan Peng because she feels he makes fun of her while calling her beautiful and thin. Backstage, Zan Peng was also delivering donuts for this party. He decides to wait for Menko till the event ends. Davy was delivering a motivational speech while telling her life story. She tells she was thin in her childhood, that's why she was teased in the school. From that day she has worked hard to become fat. As a result of it, today she was the prettiest girl of this city. Davy says to the organizers while leaving the donuts weren't good. She doesn't like the taste. Menko was also leaving while saying bye to everyone as the party ends. But the friends of Menko's boss stops her for a short time. They offer her a drink and Menko stops there happily. She doesn't think that Zan Peng was waiting for her outside. Menko was jealous of a fat girl who was standing there. Being jealous, she bets for eating donuts, and the fat girl and Menko have to eat many donuts. Menko gets tired of this at a time, but the man was forcefully putting donuts in her mouth. Zan Peng also arrives there and becomes furious seeing all this. He takes Menko out from here. The people behind were making fun of them while calling them chopsticks. Menko was displeased with everything that had occurred. Zan Peng has taken her to a restaurant for making her relax. She says a thing was going to happen good in my life, but you have ruined it. She reveals to Zan Peng they are in a relation because of being skinny. Menko ends all her relations with Zan Peng while leaving the restaurant. Zan Peng becomes depressed because of it. Zan Peng was wandering on the roads alone. A huge billboard of fattening program falls on him. Zan Peng was pressed under it and gets faint. It discovers while reaching the hospital Zan Peng gone into the state of coma because of this incident. His mother was depressed because of this and wants to case on that fattening company. They have placed huge billboards everywhere. The boss of the fattening program got a notice from the court. The news and media were also criticizing them because their billboards have put many lives in danger. There was Davy's picture on that billboard, so the media was criticizing her as well. Taking some information, Davy discover everything is happening to her because of Zan Peng. She arrives at hospital while taking a bouquet for Zan Peng. She tells his mother she is the girl Tan Tan who studied with Zan Peng in school. Zan Peng's mother becomes happy seeing her. She says you look beautiful after being fat. She gives a bouquet to Zan Peng and then he was shifted to a private special ward. Davy decides to pay the bills of the hospital. His mother was happy because of this kindness of Davy. It discovers when they leave that actually, she is not doing this for Zan Peng. She was doing this for building her reputation in the media. She wants Zan Peng to come into his senses so she can take her old revenge on him. Davy again comes to meet Zan Peng the next morning and hits his face as a revenge. Then she starts jumping on his body. But her plan for revenge gone opposite because Zan Peng comes to his senses due to her acts. Davy daily goes to meet Zan Peng to his donut shop after discharging from hospital. She asks them to improve the taste of their donuts while tasting them. She offers his mother one day to open a huge brand shop together. Zan Peng meets her alone and asks her, why are you being so nice to us? I already know that you hate me. Suddenly, Davy gets faint during their emotional talks. Zan Peng takes her to the doctor and discovers she has gained this weight artificially and her health is affecting due to it. The doctor says many diseases can attack her if she will not lose her weight. She even can die in early age because of it. Zan Peng was feeling bad for her. He wants to help Davy, but he doesn't know how he will do all this. Davy was worried here because she has lost 5 kgs in a week. She wanted to gain weight about 90 kgs at any cost. This was her task requirement and uses the weight-gaining tablets about which the doctors forbade her. Davy's assistant also forbids her, but she doesn't listen to anyone. As a result, she had numerous rashes on her back. Davy is shown in a radio show and motivating people for eating more. Zan Peng was also hearing this show, so he calls in the show and tells his name Donut. He says, I don't believe in what you are talking about. He says our weight doesn't value in society. He asks the people to be healthy instead of being fat. The phone ends and Davy knows there was Zan Peng on the call. She comes and starts saying ill to Zan Peng, but she was feeling dizzy. Zan Peng takes her inside his house. He gives her green tea and makes her understand that our health is important from the beauty contest. Davy asks Zan Peng while leaving if I will live on my own way while ignoring people, what will happen. Zan Peng says nothing will happen. Everything will be good because I always do this in my life. I am satisfied, and then Zan Peng is shown meeting her often. He was helping her to lose weight. Davy goes to the restaurants and Zan Peng eats her food from there. Likewise, she eats less. Davy for the first time understands Zan Peng. She starts loving him. Zan Peng is shown in his shop and his mother tells him Davy is in the hospital because she has taken many fattening drugs. Zan Peng discovers the news was wrong when he reached the hospital. This news has ruined his reputation. Zan Peng meets Davy, who was sitting alone in a garden. They share their feelings. Davy was feeling good after it. Zan Peng leaves her home while lifting her on his back. The time of 1 year has passed in the movie and Davy has taken a break from modeling. She was now working on her health. She was slim and felt healthy. Davy's assistant asks her to meet Zan Peng because she knows Davy always misses him and she comes out of her apartment in a year. Then she goes to the park where she often meets with Zanpeng. Zanpeng also arrives there in a short time. She was shocked to see him and Zanpeng makes her feel like he doesn't recognize her. Davy gets surprised as he calls her Tan Tan, and Davy was happy that he has recognized her after a year when many things were changed. They are shown happy here. This was the happy ending of the movie. The moral of the movie was whatever will be beauty standards in the world, either fatty are considered beautiful or slim ones. The true beautiful human being is one who is beautiful at heart. With it, this explanation ends.